Cybersecurity in the digital age, protecting your data and privacy. Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. If you're new here, welcome and consider subscribing to our channel and hit the notification bell below. Cybersecurity is a topic of increasing importance in today's digital age. The digital age refers to the era in which digital technology, such as computers, smartphones, and internet-connected devices, has transformed the way people communicate, access information, and conduct business. As we become more reliant on technology, our personal and business data is increasingly vulnerable to cyber threats. Today, we are going to explore cybersecurity in the digital age, protecting your data and privacy. Watch till the end. History of cybersecurity. Cybersecurity has a brief but important past that can be traced back to the beginnings of computing during the 1960s and 1970s. John von Neumann, who was a Hungarian-American mathematician and computer scientist, invented the first computer virus in 1960. The earliest computer security features, such as password and username authentication, access control, and auditing, were established in the early 1970s. Robert Morris designed the Morris worm, which was among the first computer viruses to spread via the Internet in 1978. The number of cyberattacks surged dramatically in the 1980s, spurring the development of the first antivirus software applications. The Internet relay chat became popular for hackers to interact and exchange attack tactics in 1988. The World Wide Web's emergence in the 1990s created new chances for cyber attackers. The first firewall software was released in 1993, and the U.S. government established the National Infrastructure Protection Center in 1995 to protect vital infrastructure from cyber threats. The 2000s saw a surge in the number and severity of cyber attacks, including the Code Red and Nimda worms in 2001 and the MyDoom worm in 2004. The creation of social media sites and platforms like Facebook and Twitter created new vulnerabilities for cyber attackers to exploit. The 2010s marked a significant shift in the cybersecurity landscape, with a growing number of attacks targeting mobile devices, cloud computing, and the Internet of Things. Major cybersecurity breaches were reported. Why do we need cybersecurity? The threat of cyber attacks is constantly evolving, and businesses need to stay up to date on the latest security threats and take proactive measures to protect their data. Cyber attacks can take many forms, including phishing attacks, malware, ransomware, and denial of service or DOS attacks. These attacks can be incredibly damaging, resulting in financial losses, reputational damage, and legal consequences. Overall, cybersecurity is a term that reflects the continuing conflict between cyber attackers and defenders. As technology advances and new dangers develop, the need for effective cybersecurity measures remains crucial. Cybersecurity and the business world. Training employees on best practices is one of the most significant measures that firms can take to strengthen their cybersecurity. Employees are frequently the first line of protection against cyber attacks, so they must be prepared to identify possible risks and respond effectively. This includes recognizing phishing emails, creating secure passwords, and exercising caution when using public Wi-Fi networks. The usage of multi-factor authentication is another important part of cybersecurity. To access an account using multi-factor authentication, users must present 2 or more forms of identity. Even if a password is compromised, this may assist to prevent unauthorized access. Companies must also broaden their definition of failure for software and data systems to include more than just security issues. Digital failures are no longer just about security. They can also cause a variety of other problems, ranging from performance issues to privacy concerns, discrimination, and more. Indeed, with AI's increasing adoption, the definition of a security issue has become hazy. Cybersecurity programs must be integrated into larger efforts aimed at general risk management, which includes understanding how failures can occur and controlling them regardless of whether the failure was caused by an enemy or not. As a result, information safety and risk control teams must include employees with experience that extends beyond security. Privacy experts, attorneys, data engineers, and others all play critical roles in safeguarding data and software from new and emerging dangers. Monitoring for failures should also be one of the top priorities for any cybersecurity team. In practice, this means that every software system and database has a monitoring plan and measurements for probable failures. Indeed, this method is gaining traction in the field of risk management for artificial intelligence systems. The National Institute of Standards and Technology, for instance, put out its AI risk management framework previously this year, which expressly advises organizations to map potential harms an AI system can generate and create a corresponding plan to measure and manage each harm, according to the Harvard Business Review. In addition to these precautions, organizations should update their software regularly and employ reputable antivirus software to identify and prevent malware and other sorts of intrusions. In the event of a cyber attack, it is also critical to back up data to a safe location distinct from the primary systems. In conclusion, cybersecurity is a critical issue that businesses must take seriously to protect their data and prevent cyber attacks. By staying up to date on the latest security threats and taking proactive measures to protect their data, businesses can minimize their risk of a cyber attack and keep their data safe. Basic steps an individual can take to establish cybersecurity. You may create strong passwords by combining both lower uppercase characters, numbers, and symbols. Never utilize easily guessable passwords such as birth dates, telephone numbers, or words. Keep in mind to enable two-factor authentication as well. Setting two-factor authentication on every account adds an extra degree of security to prevent unauthorized individuals from accessing accounts. It is vital to regularly update all software, operating systems, and apps since new versions may resolve security vulnerabilities. Additionally, try to utilize antivirus software. Install and regularly update antivirus software to protect your electronic devices from malware, viruses, and other malicious software. Also, use caution when clicking on a link. It is not advisable to click on unknown links or download things from unknown sources. Always try to use secure connections. Always use secure Wi-Fi networks and avoid using public Wi-Fi networks to prevent your information from being intercepted. Remember to be wary of phishing scams. Be cautious of emails or messages claiming to be from legitimate sources. Do not provide any personal information or click on links in suspicious emails. Finally, limit personal information sharing. Be mindful of how and where personal information is shared, as it can make individuals susceptible to identity theft and other cyber threats. Cybersecurity and the future. There is much more work to be done for cybersecurity initiatives to keep up with the growing breadth of hazards posed by software systems. More resources, for example, are required at all phases of the data and software lifecycle, from data integrity monitoring to security. Data science programs will need to devote more resources to risk management as the usage of AI grows. For the time being, though, failures are becoming a more common part of all digital systems, as the globe continues to learn the hard way. Cybersecurity programs must acknowledge this reality and practice, if only because it currently exists.